how much for you is time management, especially when you're at a dual meet and you're trying to keep an eye on doing 4 events? How much of it is time management, knowing where you're at and what you're doing?
It's huge time management because I'll come here, warm up, and then I'll have to go do a long jump, and then I'm like constantly looking at the track. How much time do I have? How much time do I have to jump before I have to go run the 100 or then go run the 400? I'm constantly warming up, never sitting down or watching other people. I have to go and warm up myself. So because
you're worried about that, but you have to, worry about your race and a good start and how's the wind and how's the weather. Am I in good shape? I mean, how many things are going through your mind at once on a usual day? A lot of stuff.
Yeah, I sit there during school and think about your races all day and everything. So it's time management's a good thing.
Have you been able to master that the older you've gotten and the better you're doing here?
Yeah, freshman year I'd get really paranoid every race. I'd be so nervous and stuff, and that was a good thing to some point, but I'd sit in school and be nervous all day long, and now I've calmed myself down, don't get nervous till I get in the bus. So
I remember when I was a kid, all those years ago, and we used to have races, and I'd get all bent out of shape. Oh my gosh, how fast am I? These are just going to catch me. I'm looking over my shoulder.
Oh, it's so scary.
This is your life. What? I mean, are you? Is it confidence? Are there butterflies? Like you said, sometimes you sit in school and worry all day and bite your fingernails. What's that like for you, trying to be fast all the time?
I don't know. I think it's a cool thing because I have the support of my coaches and support of my family, and I think all the butterflies are good because I wouldn't run my fastest if I didn't have adrenaline and butterflies and stuff. So it's a good thing. I like that pressure.
Okay. So if there's not butterflies,
that's not a good thing.
There's a problem.
Yes. Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine trying to be fast all the time. I mean, what's going through your mind the most during a race? Running your race, or are you looking over your shoulder at all? Are you worried about who's gaining on you?
Honestly, I'm more worried about the clock. Just trying to beat my personal best and run my fastest, and just worry about myself and not worry about other girls beside me.
When do you remember wanting to do sprints? Middle school maybe, or?
Well, I was in elementary school. I played soccer, and I was always one of the faster girls on the team. And then in middle school, my dad's like, "Hey, you should try track. Try something new." So I started in 7th grade, and I remember I won my first race out of scrimmage, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I won! I'm fast!" Ever since then, I've loved it and just kept doing it. So it was fun.
Does that drive you as well, knowing that they're pushing you and they want to beat you, especially with the times you're putting up this sprint?
Right.
Does that motivate you too?
Yeah,
people gaining?
Yeah, because you don't want some girl to come by. You don't want to be beaten by an underdog. You want to stay on top.
There in all 3 sprints, and you're leading comfortably in a couple of them. Nice feeling. There's a long way to go, but you've kind of made yourself the person to beat here early on.
Right. I have bigger goals for myself. I try to leagues is good, but I have bigger goals, doing well at districts, qualifying for states, things like that. So it's nice to be at top of the league, but I want to keep the butterflies going and keep the adrenaline going to make myself improve for bigger and better things.
Okay. Would have been nice today if Miss Butler was running.
Oh, I know. I wanted to run against her.
Yeah. I think this one was probably circled, knowing you'd probably get a shot against her today.
Yeah.
Was that kind of a bummer when you heard she wasn't going to run?
I know, I did. I was like, because I haven't had a good competition, 100, 200 for a few weeks, so I knew it would be good for both of us to compete and get ready for leagues. So when I heard she was hurt, I was like, oh, that stinks, but hopefully I can see her at leagues and she'll be healthy again.
Okay. How is this league for sprints, the girls you're going up against on a regular basis?
Good. The 100, there's a lot. It's a really talented group. I think the 400 will be my hardest competition. There's a girl from Hempfield, she's running 58. There's another girl from Effort at 58. And there's 2 girls from Hempfield actually that are really competitive. So I think we'll all be really, really competitive. But I think the 400 will be a really tough race.
Refresh my memory from last season, how you did in the postseason.
Leagues, I won the 100 and got second in the 2 and 4. Districts, I got 6th in the 400 and went to states and didn't place at states. So that's my goal for this year.
I would assume that's driving you a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
You'd like to make 2 trips to ship, not just one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Talk about keeping yourself in shape as a sprinter. What kind of things are you doing in the off season? And I know you play a lot of sports,
right.
But you're not just walking out here in March and just going. No. Just talk about your physical being in good shape and all that for this event.
Playing hockey and basketball definitely helps. Hockey, that's a lot of endurance, distance training, and then you go into basketball, that's a lot of plyometrics, keeping yourself in shape. Over the summer, I actually lift with the football team. I do with Coach Williams. I lift with them 3 times a week, and I do speed training and stuff like that. So that keeps me going. I swim over the summer, I lifeguard. So all those things together keeps you your endurance up, because even with sprinting in the 400, you need endurance, and speed training and lifting and everything that helps with your twitch fast muscles. So
So you're not one of those kids who climbs on the bus at 3 o'clock and goes home and sits on your computer?
Oh, no. No, it's either track, basketball, hockey, lifting, running, whatever.
You proud
Keeps
of
me
that?
going.
Are you proud of that?
Yeah.
That you do things and you get involved and you play in different sports, and how important is that to you?
That's really important because it makes you a better person, makes you self-disciplined. I know, like, in school, if I wouldn't learn the self-discipline that I've learned through athletics, I wouldn't be quite as excelling as well in school. So it all ties together, makes you a really well-rounded person. So that's the most important. So.
Favorite sport? Oh, tough one.
But between hockey and track, I don't know. I love basketball too, so I think it goes by each season. During hockey, I'm like, oh, I love hockey. How could I ever just stop playing this? During basketball, I'm like, oh, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
And during track, winning races, how could you beat that?
Right.
So I don't know. I like probably track's my favorite.
Okay.
I enjoy them all.
You have another year of this.
I know.
Which way will you lean, do you think, college-wise?
Right now, I'm leaning towards track, but I've talked to schools for field hockey too at that Division 1 and 2 level. So we'll see what happens. I've talked to 3 or 4 schools right now that are interested in both field hockey and track. So I'll be making some decisions in a few weeks.
Big decisions.
Yeah.
Big decisions.
Yeah.
Any scholarship stuff?
Yes. For field hockey and track, I've talked to Ball State, James Madison, Liberty. Those are my 3 right now, but there should be hopefully some more.
Hopefully some more. Yeah. You got another year to go.
Yeah. Yep.
In your mind, which event gives you the fastest? Is it the 100? Is it the 2? You got with the curve on the 2.
Right.
In your mind, to be the fastest person out here doing this, which event do you have to win?
Oh, geez. I feel like my strongest might be the 400. But then some days I'm like the 100, the other days I'm like 200. So I think a lot of it depends on your competition, just because you never know who you're going up against and what the field is like in the rest of the county or district. So I think the 400 this year is the most stacked with competition.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're just the flat out fastest kid.
Oh, definitely 100 then.
100?
Yeah.
That's the one you measure that you're the fastest?
Yeah. That's all speed. 200 is a little more technique, leaning to the turn, and a little bit more strength. Who can hold out the longest? And the 400 is just, that's pain. That's sprinting for a whole lap. So
that's a grinder. Your school had a huge tragedy this winter.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can you talk about that a little bit and just how hard that hit you guys? These are your friends here that you go to school with every day. What was that like for you guys?
That was really hard. I remember coming back to school they died on the 16th. We came back to school like 20th, 21st, and hallways were silent. There was a bunch of kids that didn't come to school. Teachers didn't show up. It was just a big day of just like mourning and talking to each other about the loss. And it was even hit us harder because Nick and Cody are both in the track team, so I was fully close to them. And they were sprinters and jumpers and stuff. So that was definitely a big loss because at the time they were freshmen on the track team when they were last spring, and they were competitive. I know Cody, he was doing every event possible, just doing whatever the coaches needed to do to score points. And Nick was looking really well in the 100, and I know Coach Adams had big plans for them this year, but I think it's made our community stronger. Manheim's such a great town, a great place, and I think good is going to come out of it, and I think that we'll be okay.
Was it were you happy to see the kind of support and outreach from around the county that you got? I mean, I went to the funeral that night and it was packed. It was standing room only. Right. Donations and well wishes and all that. How neat was that to see people from around the county rallying around you? Yeah.
I know there was kids from other schools that dropped off flowers and like money donations and just calling into our school, like saying, hey, we're thinking about you, praying for you. That was really encouraging, knowing that, okay, putting sports aside, rivalries aside, and that we're all one county and we're going through this together. That was really encouraging.
What are you most looking forward to here in the last month and a half, 2 months?
I'm really excited for our Stan Morgan Invitational this weekend. I get to run against a girl from West Perry who's at the top of the district right now in the 400.
Okay.
So that'll be good practice for me for districts. The league meet, that's always one of my favorite races. I get to compete against the whole county. Just taking every meet as it goes, not looking too far ahead to states and just enjoying all of it because it'll be gone soon. But I'm really excited for Stan Morgan and leagues and then districts and hopefully states.
Sure.
So,
and staying healthy.
Yeah, staying healthy, not getting injured.
Keeping the legs in shape and not...
not pulling anything or getting sick. So
you feel bad for Miss Butler in that regard.
I know.
Hopefully she's back.
I do.
You want to go up against the best.
Yeah,
and she's right there.
She's a really good competitor, and she's not cocky at all. She's very humble. So to see like a competitor like that get hurt, you don't want to see that.